Welcome to Gadgets for Gentlemen. My name is Lawrence. Today I'm going to unbox the iPhone SE. I bought this one during the Black Friday deals for 415 euros. This is the 64GB edition black. I have it right here. And on the left you can see the iPhone XR, which has been my daily driver for over a year. I will explain why I am about to sell the XR and switch to the SE. The iPhone SE houses the A13 Bionic chip, which is a very powerful and modern chip by Apple, and it has a very affordable price point. This phone, it features a 4.7-inch Retina HD display, and unlike the newer phones, there is a lot of bezels. The way Apple sums it up is they used the brains of the iPhone 11 Pro and they implanted it into the iPhone SE. And I believe in the XR, it houses the A12. So you could argue that the SE has a newer, a more powerful chip than the iPhone XR. On top of that, the SE houses an advanced camera system, including portrait mode and a bunch of new features, including depth control, portrait lighting, in which you can choose from 6 different studio settings: studio light, natural light, contour light, stage light mono, stage light, and high key light mono. It has the next generation smart HDR, which allows the phone to quickly recognize a face of a human and adjust the settings to create a more natural looking contours and skin tones. It should have plenty of protection against splashes, slushes, sprinkles, sprays, splatters and spills. To sum it up, the phone should be able to resist some water for some time. On the Apple website, they're reading binge-worthy battery life, and I heard in the store that the battery life is not that great compared to, for example, the iPhone XR. Basically, this phone houses a smaller battery than, for example, the 11 and the XR, which might be a problem for some. On the other hand, if you charge the phone, you can go from 0 up to 50% in 30 minutes. So what I plan to do is always carry a charger on me. And in the case of this phone, getting empty, just charge it up a little bit wherever I am. And that should get me through the day. With the XR, honestly, sometimes I only charge it like once in 3 days, once in 2 days. Definitely I didn't need to charge it every day. With the SE, I estimate that I will need to charge this phone every day. And just for my peace of mind, I'm just gonna carry around the charger. It's not that huge. And when I carry a bag, I'm just gonna toss in a charger just in case. The SE, it comes in the colors black, white, and red. I almost went for red. I thought the red iPhone, it looks very cool. But I think black is just more conservative and versatile. It has a few other options that I'm not very familiar with, although I do think the True Tone, as well as faster Wi-Fi and cellular data, are very useful. I went for the capacity of 64 gigabytes, which for some people that have a lot of music and videos and photos might be too small. I think the operating system currently takes about 7 or 8 gigabytes of storage on the phone. But for me, I must say I've been using the XR, and I think I was only using 20 or 30 gigabytes of space because I have a lot of storage in iCloud and Google Photos. So I don't need all that physical space, and I use YouTube Music for my music and YouTube for videos. So a whole lot of streaming. So if you want to save money, if you don't use a lot of storage, I think 64 is fine. But if you want to have more storage, I think for about 50 euros more, you can go for 128 to double the storage capacity, or you could even go to 256. But for me, I wanted to spend as little as I could buying a newer version iPhone. And I think with 64, I have plenty of storage since I don't store a lot of things on the phone. Just to go over the dimensions, for me, very, very important is weight. This thing weighs only 148 grams. And I believe the XR was almost 200 grams. So this will definitely be a lot lighter, which I think is more comfortable to hold in your hand and in your pocket. Size is also much smaller. I think it has a bit of the same kind of pixel density as the XR. Camera 12 megapixels, 4K video recording. I'm going to use the 60 FPS. Quite nice. It has a front camera of 7 megapixels. Touch ID, which is I think very good with the mask era that we live in. What else? Yeah, the battery. So they say video playback 13 hours, and if you stream 8 hours, audio playback up to 40 hours. This is the only thing that worries me a little bit. How well does the battery perform during the day, and how will it perform over the years to come? So let's get ready. There she is. There's the phone. Just a very familiar size. I'm gonna throw it in the Griffin Survivor that I had for my iPhone 8, and I think that is rather nice. We have the lightning port here, we have some speakers, here we have the power button, we have the toggle switch for silent and ring, volume buttons, so Apple logo. So the back, it has a glass surface which allows you to have wireless charging. And let's throw it inside. So this is an iPhone 8 case, and as you can see, it works well with the SE. Also thanks to the camera position. Let's have a closer look at these cables. So that's the Lightning, and I guess here we have USB-C, which I don't even have a device for. I only have normal USB ports, not the USB-C. And as you can see, like, there is no earphones, which I think is a real bummer. Like I was saying, this is so nice in terms of weight. Also, as you can see with my hands, it's quite a small phone, so I think I am able to control this phone in one hand. Unlike the XR, which I sometimes had struggles to reach all places. So I guess if you have small hands, the size of the SE might be better in terms of reachability. Just to give you an overview of the XR, which is much heavier and bigger. But then again, you also have like a beautiful big screen. So definitely might gonna miss the big screen and might miss the big battery and the Face ID for a quick unlocking. But I do think in terms of portability and reachability, this is simply better in terms of weight, portability. Battery, probably not as great as this one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and see you soon.